Hello, my name is Tukhan and welcome you to Getting Started tutorial for Parametric Building version 2015. When you finish to install ICDAS, it will automatically create a working folder ICDAS FRBL for you, containing two input. In this case, I use accent input. That's why I rename it not U in the text input here. And the accent input I open to the left. In Revit folder, I use the ICDAS template 2015-01 that I open to the right here. So the first issues, we will look at the working folder that I have just shown you in the input Excel from, you can use Excel 2003 to 2013. And you have to open the ICDAS model, ICDAS template Revit, including on family that have been programmed in ICDAS. And rules about the semicolon in the input. And finally, we try to run Revit external tool and ICDAS function. I go to the input, open the first regions level. I have 3 levels. And every time when you start to design, so activate only the front side with 1. 0 mean the right, back and left side are not activated. And also the door window for the front, right, back and left side are also inactivated with 0, so you don't have to think anything about the door and the window yet. So we just create the wall. So make it empty here so I can enter the value that you can follow. So we have 2 input. Right now we don't use the link input from the other sheet. We just use manual. So I click manual input to collapse the blue link value. And I want to create 5 words in X directions of 5 meters each. And in Y directions it's just 0. I select the 5 cells here and enter 0 and press Ctrl Enter. And the word type, I use the same word type, number 7. And number 7, what is this? You can see on the list of word type here. Sorry, I click on Windows, word type here, number 7. And if you want to see how it looks like, you can go to add-ins, external tools, and open ICDAS family catalog. And the word number 7 will look like this in Revit. And when you render it in 3D Smart Design, it will look like this. So I return to the input. And at the word height, I enter 0. When I enter 0 for the word height, that means the word will automatically create after the level of 6 meters here. So I save the file here, go to Revit, external tools, and create walls. And it come a message box tell me that door window equal to 0 and the front words create only is correct. So I just press enter to close this. And the next message is come. Is tell me right words are inactivated. It's also correct. So I just press enter. So it's create 3 floor for me of 6 meters each. So I want to see it better in 3D. I just close it. And I create dimension. So I easily can see the 5 words. So now I go back to the input and make some more design. So I want the class on the first and number 3, every second word is the class. And I press Ctrl S to save input and Ctrl Z to undo in Revit and create the words again. So now at the word number 2 and 4, I want some windows and door. So I go back to input and collapse the walls design and open the door and windows input. We have to be careful when we enter input for door and windows. We have 5 input for the door and the same 5 input for the windows. The first column we specify the distance from the start of the wall from the left to the center of the door, and the sill height and the dimension height and width of the hole. That means when you select a door type, you don't have to enter the dimension of the hole. It's only when you create the hole you need this information for the hole. So in the wall number 2, I will have 3 windows here. So that means in the wind disk, when it stands 0, that means nothing. You have no windows, and in ICDAS will not read the values after. But now I say I have windows in 2.5 meters from the start of the wall, and in the wall number 4, at the first floor I need a door in 2.5 meters distance, and I have already some dimension of the hole and the door type here. And you can see on the door type 298 in the same way that you see in family catalog that I showed you earlier. In the word number 4, the 3 next floor above, I have 2 windows. I press Ctrl S and Ctrl Z in Revit and create again. Let's see, I get the door and the windows as I want. Oh, it's no door and windows because I forget to turn it off. No, turn it on, sorry. It's in the level. Because when the first time you don't have any idea about the door or the windows, it's the best that you turn this off. Now I turn it on with 1. And I create door and create walls, including door and windows. So it's appear as I want. In this way, you can do the same for the remaining right, back, and left side. And I will recommend you to read the tutorial. Here is then everything, how to create the model. Now we return to the input because I have already entered the values for the 3 other signs in on-off here. So I just turn on the right, back, and left side. 1, door and windows, also turn on. Before we continue, so I create dimension, and I will make some change in the curve of the front side. I want this point go 1 meter down the end of the wall 1, and the end of the wall 5 is I have to go 1 meter up, because it's the accumulate distance I give in the input. So in was external, word number 1, I go 1 meter down in y directions, and the 3 next word will keep the level 1 meter down. So if I want to return to the point 0 height in y direction, I have to go up in 1 meter. And I create again. So now it's go 1 meter down and 1 meter up here. And because I have activated all of the floor, so it will look like this in 3D. And to show you fast, I have also similarly enter dimension and type for the internal design here in this region. So I can create the front rooms along the front side and the right rooms along the right side here. Then the front, right, back, and left sign, it follow the sign defined in the cube abbreviated here. And I create the back rooms and so on. We have I press Ctrl Z, so we easy can see the beam and columns here. It's not architectural model, it's just a parametrics model. I show you different function. So the beam and the columns integrate in this function, this input area. I will return to this in a later tutorial. And we can also create a floor. And finally, we can create a roof. So you can very fast create a model and a dimension. If you keep control over the Excel input, then you can make automatically model creation very fast and in many different design. Thank you for your attention and see you in the next tutorial.